Okay, I am live. Let's see if take two works. I tried the first time and I don't know if I did it wrong or what, but yeah, oh, there we go. Okay, I must have done something wrong. Oh, you were there but you couldn't chat. I wonder if I turned off the chat or something. Okay, well, no one is here to help me today. My sister's cutting hair, but I see you, Kathy, so that's great. Levi, no crying. My dad just walked in and Levi is whimpering because he's in the other room. So I'm gonna have trouble reading the comments. I don't have anyone to read, but it's great to see all of your faces. Maggie Fletcher. If you are just tuning in, there's Christy. Oh, I feel so much better. I was like talking to nobody before. I'm like, what happened? Anyway, if you're new here or if you're tuning in and you're like, what are these videos? We are going live every day because I'm opening a brand new store, a much bigger location, and we're gonna walk you through step by step from going from ground zero to opening day. And I may only go live for about 20 minutes today because I don't have my sister here helping me, and I don't know, we'll see how well I do. I've got a couple things I want to show you. My dad has been building the cash wrap area, and I want to show you this. This is our shoe display, and I painted it last night, and I'm going to show you how to make it look like old barn wood with the clear wax and the white decrepit dust. So I'm going to take all the shoes off. I'm going to show you. I've been working on the store, so some things. Yeah, I don't know why. I must have pushed the wrong button, or maybe it was just funky. Hey, Terry Lou, I heard you're coming tomorrow. Terry Lou is gonna come and bring me some furniture tomorrow, so that's awesome. Dad. He's hard of hearing.
What?
Say hi to YouTube.
Hi.
What have you been doing all morning?
Working.
He's been working so hard, you guys. He was here last night, like, can I go home now? Yeah. So yeah, the counter looks beautiful. I can't wait to show it to you. It's almost ready. And I'm going to show you a little bit how to do if you haven't seen before, with the white dust and the clear wax. I took the weathered wood and you can make it look like oxidized wood. So do you want me to start on the painting of this, or the finishing of that, I should say, or would you rather see the cash wrap area? Aren't the shoes cute? So let me know in the comments what you want to see first. Are you going to make the little cottage? The comment went by too fast for me to read, so ask it again. We are gonna keep the little cottage, but this is much bigger, so we can have furniture and a whole clothing and home decor section, and the classroom. If you didn't see the whole tour yesterday, go watch yesterday's live. You want to see the cash wrap first? Okay, I'm seeing all those comments. So I am going to take this off the stand and walk you over to where my dad is working. Let's see. I hope I don't make you too busy. There is, here, let me just turn the camera around. Okay. So here's the shoe display. We just took 3 old spools that we had in my garden in Solana Beach, and they were decrepit and dirty and full of spiders. I put the mannequin legs on the top, and this is the shoe display. So I painted it all with weathered wood last night, but it needs to be waxed now. I'm distressed a little bit. And this actually turns, but we haven't screwed the legs in yet, so I'm not going to attempt to turn it. I think you saw this yesterday. This is clothing wall, an old chair. So I am trying to use things that I already have. So far, I haven't had to buy much. I've bought a refrigerator for the break room. I bought that piece over there. But everything is stuff that I have already had in Solana Beach. Solana Beach was packed to the gills. So this big opening is going to go into our dressing room area. And this window has been out in my garden. And it actually is the perfect fit. So my dad's going to mount it up there. And it's going to look like a transom window because it's really high ceilings. So we'll probably put IOD flowers on the window and then mount it up in that space there. And then this breaker, someone was saying that we needed to disguise it. See, there's the breaker box. I have this old door with the flip out. So it's rusty. My dad's gonna work on that next. But he's gonna mount the door so that we can flip the window out and still access the breaker, and we can put hooks and hang clothing on the door right there. So that door was in the yard as well. And my dad is are you gonna do that next, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll come back. I'm gonna let him get started. I'm gonna take you over to the cash wrap area, and then we'll come back and see what kind of progress he's making. All right, this is where the cash wrap is gonna go. Right now we just have a folding table and a cute little dog. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, like it's so fun because all of this stuff I already had just out in my garden area, and I had the spools, I had the doors and the windows, all the display, like we were just crammed to the gills out there. So all of this, this little thing my dad built for me. I bought it was just your basic clothing rack that I got on Amazon, but it wasn't very sturdy and it wouldn't hold the weight of the clothes. So I had my dad reinforce it with stronger pipe. And then he put the little roof on it so we can roll it outside and protect the clothing if we want to. But right now it's just in here. Let's see. This ladder was out in the garden, and it was totally decrepit. I big topped it last night and put all those amazing overalls that we have with the lace. The wheelbarrow was out in the garden. There is our shibori dress with the little pink wrap. But literally everything was just yard garden stuff that is desperately wanting to come inside. Here's all our pillows. You can kind of see back there. So this is stuff still waiting to be displayed. And there's Levi. So this room here is going to be the paint room, the IOD room, the Jamie Ray stencil room. And this is the cash wrap. I found plans on Pinterest. Someone had made a similar cash wrap, and ours isn't exactly the same, but we measured the space, and I grabbed a bunch of old doors and windows that we had in the garden. Ellie is texting me pictures of old trucks right now. And my dad has been building this for 2 days. So we're gonna put some corrugated metal here where the gap is. And then this is a door that's been in the store forever. And we're just kind of patchworking the doors and the windows together, and then there'll be shelving inside so we can put jewelry underneath. We've got big wheels right here, so it's gonna roll. And I don't know if you remember from a live video, I got all these posts at Kobe's swap meet, so we're gonna use those. We really need to clean those windows. Like I said, I literally dragged everything over here that has been outside. But it's big, it's long. It's gonna be so nice to have a big cash register. I think it's like, let me walk it off. We measured it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's 9 feet long. My dad still has to cut off this part. See, he just used the doors that we have. He's still got to cut off this. And we're just using scraps to fill in. There's the metal piece over there that's gonna go right here. And I think I'm just gonna leave the beautiful chippy patina and big top everything. And then that will roll over to where we were. And then here's our furniture room that's coming to shape. Got lots of sawdust on the floor. Levi, there's the trash people outside. So my dad has been working so hard. Oh. We might put some IOD flowers on the glass here. We like to incorporate IOD and the molds and everything that we sell to give people ideas. So we might just do a little border of IOD flowers here, and maybe a little bit on the top, maybe not on the top because people will be looking there, and on this side. And then we'll have shelves in there and we can put jewelry and all kinds of fun stuff. My dad is 76. Okay, this wall was here when we moved in. I'm thinking I'm gonna like stencil that wall and use Jamie Ray stencils and make it look like Mexican tile. I'm not sure, but this is just a drywall half wall, so this needs to come down and open up into the other space. And this is where the counter is gonna go. Yeah, my dad does not like, if you've watched any of my videos, he doesn't like antiques. He doesn't like vintage things. He thinks what I do is crazy. He thinks it's all junk. His house looks nothing like this. As soon as my mom passed away, he gave me all the antiques that my mom loved. But he loves me, so he does it because he loves me. But he stopped questioning and rolling his eyes. He just is like, what do you want me to do next? So I'm really grateful that, because he used to build cabinetry for custom homes in his younger days, in his 30s and 40s. So he can do just about anything. He's super knowledgeable when it comes to projects. So let's go see how he is coming along. So he's going to take out this door because I actually want the other side to show. The other side is much prettier. It's got some aqua paint on the other side. So he's flipping the door for me, but the hinges are super old and rusty. How's it coming, Dad? He wears hearing aids, so I think he's concentrating. Dad,
What?
how's it going?
Huh?
How's it going with the hinges?
Well, the way all old things.
How are you gonna make?
It's all rusted and the bolts just broke off. The screw just broke off in there. So,
How are you gonna make the door go up and attach to the wall so that it's aligned with the breaker box?
I'll figure a way. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah. He's like a MacGyver, you guys. He figures out how to do everything. There's nothing that's ever broken that he hasn't been able to fix. Okay, so that is that. For all of you who haven't seen, maybe didn't watch yesterday, I'll walk you through the rest of the area. We still have so much to work on. So these dressing rooms, that's the wall on the other side that we're going to take down. And then the dressing rooms are going to go back into that other room. And this is going to be, I haven't really decided what this is going to be. This might be the candle making area, or this might be the candle making area. We also need room for our jewelry bar. And this is Ellie's little space. It's a little alcove. And this is going to be our shipping room. We're going to expand it a little bit because there's another just simple wall there. And then this is the best part of all. This is going to be our classroom. So we're going to have a whole wall of supplies, like all of our kits and all the things that you can stencil and make, and our raw wood pieces and all the craft supplies that we sell on DIY A Go-Go. And then we're going to have a stage there and tables. And then over here, we're going to create like a filming area so that we can stage furniture and show you how we stage it right next to the natural light. Here's a little shelving unit that will have more things like the canvas aprons and the canvas pillows and all the things that we have in the craft room section on DIY A Go-Go. The little zippered pouches that you can stencil, and these cool little brush holders. Everything DIY will be back here. I know, my dad is so awesome, Michelle. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Michaela or Michelle? This is our break room. We have a little fridge. This door rolls up so we can actually feed people out of that door in the courtyard for catering. This is our little food area. I think the fridge is gonna go over here. And we're gonna put a little kitchenette here, like a little sink and maybe just a little stove, so that we can actually cook in here. And this area, I'm probably gonna put a stackable washer and dryer. I've always wanted one in my shop for washing aprons and rags and things like that. And that is a bathroom back there. So this, look at this space. This is so amazing. And I know, I love my dad so much. So this is looking out into the courtyard area, outdoor shower. That's where we just were. So that's where we could serve food for boot camps and classes and workshops. I know. I know. I'm gonna leave that outdoor shower because yeah, if things get really tight again, like when I got the first store, I have a shower, I'll have a kitchenette, and I'll just set up a bed and display a bunch of pillows on it. And then if I really need to, I can sleep here. But I'm thinking that that's not gonna happen this time. That little area is gonna be a little hair salon. There's a cute girl named Serena who is renting that. It's gonna be a hair salon. She's working on it right now, Serena. I tried to get my sister to rent it, but she did not want to. My sister works really hard, but she's not the entrepreneurial spirit. It takes a lot of courage to do something like that, and she feels comfortable where she's at. So, so that's fine, because my sister's gonna be here, and I'm really trying to get her to be here working with me more. So, okay, so let's, I'll go outside and show you the front for everybody who missed it. We're walking back into the front room. And then I'll do a quick demo of how to work on this fixture. And let's see. Levi! We have him tied because we're right on Coast Highway 101. And my dad has not really trained him, and I don't want to worry about him, but he's on a long leash. Oh, here's the dollhouse. Remember the dollhouse from Kobe's that I got for $20? So my plan is to work on this dollhouse. Like, my sister and I are going to paint it and fix it up in a future live video. And then it's going to go here in the paint room. The paint's either going to go on this wall or this wall, and we'll have a little table set up so you can walk all the way around the dollhouse, because both sides are so stinking cute. And I have all this furniture that I got at the dollar store that Jamie Ray sent me, enough to paint a piece of furniture in every single color of DIY paint. So I've got all these little tiny dressers and chairs and tables, and we're gonna put it in the dollhouse, and you will be able to see a piece of furniture painted in every color of DIY paint. So isn't that cute? Yeah, if you missed the Kobe's, it was one of the Kobe's episodes, and it was $20. So I cannot wait to paint that thing. It's gonna be so fun to have room to display, because this is not the kind of thing I have room to display in the store in Solana. So this is our roll-up door. This leads into the outdoor area. And then this, so right here is where I want to put an old truck and park it right here. I found the perfect one last night, but it might be sold, so we're still looking for one. But if the other guy falls through, then we'll have the cutest little truck filled with flowers and change it out, put a Christmas tree at Christmas time and hay bales in the fall. Yeah, no, he's our baby, so we cannot chance it. So this is the front. All of this needs some curb appeal. It's very flat, so I'm on Pinterest looking for ideas. If you guys have ideas, you guys have been sending me the best ideas. Oh my gosh, so many good ideas in the Creative Relief group. Keep sending them. So I think the grand opening is going to be the last weekend in August. Dion said she could make it, and I think Zeb and Jamie are going to come, and we'll have some workshops. So I just have to get with the rest of my people and see if Kenise can come, and Karen, and maybe the IOD sisters. But this all needs signage and some major curb appeal because it's just very flat, but it has a lot of potential. It's loud out here. This is the very busy corner. I don't want to take on painting the building Old 57. If we get the truck, we will definitely paint that Old 57. But I'm going to leave the building white and then do some colorful flowers, like big giant flowers growing up the outside. So let's see. All right, I'm going to put you back on the tripod and give you a quick demo of this, and then I have to get back to work. It probably won't be a full hour today. It'll probably be more like 30 minutes, but I want to give you updates every day at 2 o'clock. So let me see if I can get it back on the stand. Bear with me here for a second. Whoa. Sorry, you guys. You might want to close your eyes for a second because you could get dizzy. Okay. Okay. All right, I'm back. My dad got the little door off. So let me see if I can move you a little bit closer. I'm going to take the shoes down.
Yeah, the door's falling apart.
I know, we're going to have to just jerry-rig it back together, Dad.
This came apart up here, this separated, and then the window separated when I was trying to get the glass out.
Can you can just patch it back together because the back doesn't have to be pretty. It's falling apart because it's been out in the garden for probably 7 years. They're doors from Europe though, so they're hardwood. You are so welcome. I'm glad you guys are watching. Okay, so I painted all of this last night with weathered wood. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer. Whoa, sorry. And now what I'm gonna do is I have 2 of my wax brushes here. I have one for the white dust and I have one for what I try and use it just for clear wax, but obviously I've used it for other things and I don't clean my brushes very often, or never I should say. Old 57 plywood cut out on the roof, double-sided. I'm gonna go back and read your comment because I don't have my sister here and they disappear so fast, unfortunately. But I do go back through the live chat and I read all the comments because I love them. So I am going to, and it looks like there's some bleed through here, but it doesn't really matter because it's a rustic look. I painted this last night and it still feels really cold here, so I don't know if that's oils coming through or what, but I don't really care. Because obviously it's rustic. So I'm just gonna, the wax brushes are giant so they don't always fit in the little container. So I'm just gonna get a generous amount of wax on here. And I'm gonna cover an area like this. The wax is all natural, so you don't have to wear gloves or a mask. There's no odor whatsoever. It's a lot of beeswax and other natural waxes. And you can see how it totally deepens everything. It deepens it, and then when it dries, it goes back to more of how it looks before you apply it, but with this buttery sheen, and it seals the paint in. So now I have my white dust, and you can use white wax in the same way if you don't want the dust, but I'm just going to sprinkle this dust on here like so, and I'm just going to use the same brush. I don't think I'm going to use the other brush because I don't care. And then you just work it in, and it gives it like that old barnwood oxidized look, and it doesn't take very much. You saw it's like salt and pepper, and if you get too much on, you just wipe it back with a rag and you can make it move. It's more clear wax, but it just totally brings out all the cool detail of the wood grain. I have a rag here, so when I wipe it back, you can see it gives it like that pickled look. So I don't know if you have see how all the detail is coming through now. I don't know if you've ever tried the white dust, but the white dust it's more mild, I guess you would say, than the white wax. Like if I were to apply white wax over this clear wax, it can get really strong and I would spend a lot of time and energy pulling that white wax back to just leave behind detail. So I like the dust because it's more gentle, and we have dark dust too, which will work in the same way. So if you had a white piece or dark dust wouldn't really show up on this weathered wood color. But if you had white or if you had a color that was in contrast, then you could use the dark and highlight those details. So let me see, I'm gonna move the camera one more time so maybe you can see a little bit more of what I'm talking about here. Let's see. Ugh, sorry you guys. So one woman show today. All right, there we go. So let me do this little section. So see, this is done, and this is still just plain unfinished paint here. So I put the clear wax on first. I stick my finger in there because the brush is too big to fit in the container. It's just our little 4-ounce containers, but it goes a long way. And I rub in the wax. You want to make sure that the wax does not dry, and there's still some dust left on my brush, so it's already kind of working because there's a ton of dust still in my brush. Awesome, that's what I want. I want, like, if any of you have had a dream of starting a booth or opening a store, I want to just kind of give you ideas, because my goal is to not spend any money to get this store open. I want to use what I already have, and I want to give you ideas for display. If you do any shows, or if you have your own shop, or if you have a booth somewhere, I'm hoping to give you lots of affordable ideas. Oh, Suzanne, welcome. Suzanne, you're a new member, so you're going to want to check out the community tab to see all of our posts and when we go live in the membership group. So are you seeing how this is coming along? And right now it looks kind of strong, but then when you wipe it, it kind of just, all the white dust settles down into the nooks and crannies, and it just highlights the details. So I hope you guys can see this. I know you can see it when I do the edited videos. It's harder when it's live. But are you getting my drift? It kind of has a driftwood effect, and I used weathered wood, which is, it's just like it sounds, weathered wood. I'm starting up my business, just did my first live yesterday. Ah, your comment disappeared. I feel so lost without my sister. Anyway, I am gonna go back and read your comments, so I apologize. And see how it's dark in here because there's no white wax down in there. So I'm just gonna shove my brush down in there so it looks consistent. And maybe I'll do one more section. And then I'm gonna get back to work. But I think my sister will be here tomorrow, so it will be a little easier. And soon Melissa will be here. Melissa and Ellie are at the Solana Beach store packing boxes. Oh, you know who's coming tomorrow? Mara LaFay. So she will be here, and hopefully I can go live with her. How do you, your comments, you guys, are going by too fast. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm over here now. So I'm gonna do this section. And I just keep getting closer and closer because I want you to get it. So see how the wood just goes from chalky and flat to deepening the color, and there is already white dust on my brush, so a little bit of white is showing up already. I'm a messy painter, you guys. I don't worry too much about doing things specifically the proper way. It's like, get it done and move on. Sometimes I even paint right over the cobwebs. No offense, cobweb. Okay, so I've got lots of wax on here, and I'm gonna take the dust And I'm just gonna sprinkle that dust like salt and pepper, and you can even like get it to stick to the end of your brush if you want, if you're working on a vertical surface. And then see how that I put a lot of dust on there, so it's showing up really white. And you can make it stronger the more driftwood or barnwood you want it to look. And then I just work it in, get it all over the wood, like so. And I love the way it just makes it look like driftwood, like it's just been weathered and oxidized. The weathered wood color with this clear wax and white dust, or the white wax, is the perfect combination in my opinion. And so right now it's really, really strong. So I'm gonna take my rag and I'm gonna wipe it back and bring out all that pretty wood grain. And if you have an area where it just doesn't look organic and you feel like there's too much dust, you just add more wax. And the clear wax can work like an eraser, and it helps you pull off the excess dust. And see how cool this is looking? Looks like it's been out like on a pier somewhere on the beach for a long, long time. And it shows all the knot holes, or if you're working on a piece of furniture that's got a lot of detail and molding, it will highlight all those nooks and crannies. And I just love it. So that is it. It's really easy. Weathered wood, clear wax, and either white dust or white wax. You can get the same effect with the white wax. If you want it to be more pale, the white wax is stronger. Yeah, it's like the seahorse dresser, exactly. Mara's energy is amazing, and I think Mara is gonna be organizing classes here for us. So I am very, very excited. Oh, another thing I wanted to show you was see how the rag has a lot of the gray paint in it? A lot of people ask, so our paint is water activated or moisture activated. So just the moisture from the wax is gonna pull up some of that paint. That's natural for that to happen with any top coat. It's no big deal. It happens. Like if I had a dresser that I wanted to look really slick and fancy and I didn't want it distressed, I would let the paint cure for a couple of days, and then I would be very gentle and light-handed with my applying of wax or top coat, because it is water activated. Oh, Jamie's here. Hey, Jamie. Hey, I'm by myself. I don't have my sister reading comments or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna go live every day at 2 o'clock. So let me pull the camera away so I can talk to you and say goodbye. But that's it. Danielle's gonna be here around 4. Oh, whoa, you guys are really close. You get to see my, I'm not wearing any eyelashes today. And I haven't washed my hair in probably 7 days. But you know what? I'm having so much fun. This is like, I have always, since I got out of high school, like my first job, and I was trying to figure out what my career was gonna be, I wanted to be a window display person at like Nordstrom's or Macy's. And this store is like my own heaven, and I am having so much fun. So thank you guys for watching. Oh, let me show you. So these boards here are the finished, see these boards on this shelf? We just got a wire rack, and that was just plain pine, like your blonde pine, and we did the same effect with the weathered wood and I think that was white wax and clear wax. Melissa did those, but that is how you can make, that's how you can make pine wood look like barn wood. So that was done a while ago. But I love it. I want to use this as like the base for most of my fixtures. We're going to do pops of color too. But I want like the weathered wood to be like something that's common throughout the store to tie it all together. Yeah, give it a try. It's so easy. You can't go wrong. So I will be back tomorrow at 2, and hopefully the window will be hung, and the little door will be above the breaker box, and we will have the front counter in place, and I will have merchandise a crap ton more. So, so yeah, So come back tomorrow at 2, and maybe Mara LaFay will be here, and we'll work on another project. And if Mara's here, if I have someone here with me, I'll try and go for the whole hour. But I just feel weird not being able to read all your comments, so I'm gonna sign off. And it's loud here. You hear the horn honking and the power tools, and Levi crying sometimes. Thank you, Teganique. Thank you all for tuning in, and I love that you're coming every day at 2 o'clock. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna go back and read all of your comments because they're too small for me to read on the phone, but I want to read them. I use swing doors like the shutters, but they would blow over. My brother created, the comments disappear before I can finish reading. I'm gonna go back and read them. All right, you guys, I love you. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow at 2.